Gentlemen, welcome back to Pleb Broadcasting Service. Phil, how the hell are you? How was your time trying to get up here? We're not at our usual spot.
I'm alive. No, we're not. It was pretty fun.
Do you want to tell people like how you infiltrated Capital Factory because they're controlled by fiat capitalists?
They're called capitalists. And I actually almost wore my Coca-Cola red tank top that said that is in the font as in Coca-Cola, but it says capitalism. But I took a Sharpie and put a little R, so I almost wore that today. But yeah, it's very fiat thing. But the way I tried to park was I almost took a hobo's advice.
Why are you so high for? Was this already set to high?
It was.
There you go. Go back down.
I
feel like I'm like talking up to you. Okay.
That's right, bitch.
Well, let's get you on the other one. It just feels weird the whole time.
Does my dominance make you feel
It
uncomfortable?
kind of does. It kind of does. It's very intimidating. I'm like looking up to you.
Let me tell you my story first.
Yeah, go for it.
What it was to park. I almost took a hobo's advice, and he says, if you go down one more block, then that's considered state parking, not city, so you don't have to pay. I'm like,
what?
And I mean,
It's false, is it?
I didn't. Of course, it probably is.
Okay.
So I didn't take his advice, but it didn't stop me from circling around like 20 more minutes. And then the place that I got out that he talked to me that I was going to pay, I ended up parking there anyway.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of a shit show today. We're gonna have Kyle on. He's gonna talk all about it. But we're still here. We're still here for the plebs. We're still doing Pleb Broadcasting Service, PBS. And we're going to keep going no matter what. Like, this ship doesn't stop moving. It's going to keep progressing. And, yeah, if they're having a fiat festival, we're not going to stop doing what we do. We're Bitcoiners. We can do whatever we want.
And they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
Say that again?
And they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
Yeah, that's true. So besides today's difficult day trying to get up here, how was your week?
Do you really need to like have notes to look at?
No, I'm actually trying to post a Instagram message right now.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't want to lose it because Instagram like doesn't let you like save it.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, reason number 10 not to use Instagram.
Yeah, it's more like stuff.
How was my week?
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh you had a date.
No, we're not going to talk about that today. Car's not talking about his date or dates or women that he's seeing. That's for private stuff.
You didn't answer yes or no if she had a pulse.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me about your week.
Still following the Russia-Ukraine thing.
Yeah.
And apparently
fill us in. What's going on?
Russia's internet didn't go out. There was a little rumor. Some company got some documents that some agency sent out to government corporations, whatever, capitalism. But basically, the Russian government sent out little news pamphlets or documents saying that, hey, because of the Namecheap thing that happened, where Namecheap was blocking business from, if you live in Russia, you can't like buy a domain or whatever. So these documents were basically saying, hey, if you want to prevent this, consider, just doing a .ru domain, which is funny because .ru, it's like they're trying to be Australian because kangaroos.
Wait, is that the Russian domain?
Yeah, .ru,
okay.
.ru. So basically, it was, I guess, misinformation as opposed to disinformation. Misinformation is like when you just make a mistake, like a mistake, and then disinformation is just a blatant lie. So this story was kind of picked up by Western media and a mistranslation, I guess. And like my source in this is Lady Anarchy, who's in the Dirtbag Friday Telegram group. Shout out Alice Lacrosse.
Yeah, shout out Alice Lacrosse.
But she lives in Russia, and I like to share stuff that I find. And she's like, do you guys think the internet's actually going to go off? And in fact, the internet has been working better as far as just like her 4G. But in general, I don't exactly know why, but in general, Russian people are actually very anti-fragile when it comes to censorship, because I guess it's the Russian government not allowing them to access certain things, or certain countries already block Russian domains or in IPs, but essentially people already pirate stuff. Everyone knows how to do that. Everyone knows how to use a VPN and all these workarounds. And so it's like they're already kind of ready for a cyber attack, and they're in like stealth mode.
This is Russia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
sounds like you went deep on. Did you have a podcast this week about that? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I just have a lot of time on my hands.
That's amazing, dude. Did you have any podcasts this week that were worth listening to?
I talked to Mitch Klee because he had a tweet. He was watching Ray Dalio's, God, what is it called? I don't know. Jack Dorsey retweeted it, though, and it was pretty insane. And I'm like, come talk about this. And that was like 3 hours ago. I had him on.
Oh,
and
cool. We got some
hey,
guests.
Fellas,
hey, what's going on?
What's up?
What's up, bro? Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I made it in.
You can go this way. You can go this way. Zap right.
Zap right sounds like the name of like a nightlight you plug in next to your bed.
Oh, it kind of does, right? I really like his hat.
Yeah, that should be like a merch. Yeah. He wants to be on the show.
Go for it.
Oh no, what happened?
There you go. But we kind of had to make do with what we had today.
You can be on the show if you want.
There was just so much going on downstairs. That's why Logan actually has, look at him. He set up everything. We tested everything on Tuesday, Wednesday. We were so ready to go. Then we found out yesterday that they're going to be doing this. And then I told Logan to come early. He didn't come early. He kind of came. He came early enough. Okay. And then I think I told you to come early too.
Yeah, I forgot.
And then he forgot. But Logan set all this up. We got some new equipment here, so we should be running better sound now. So yeah,
next
pretty
week
cool.
I'll try to like sleep at someone's house the day before and just be here all day.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the same thing next week. We might have to find a different spot, or we might have to just get here at 12.
Yeah, we have to record this at Capital Factory?
No, we don't. We can record it outside. But today was like freezing cold. We probably should have done it at
outside?
Donald's. Yeah. But no, we'll figure it out week to week. Yeah. Should we bring on our first guest?
Is he here?
Yeah, his name's Kyle Murphy. He wanted to come on because we actually had booked 2 guests. And did your second one come through?
No.
Probably not. Okay. Well, we had booked 1 guest, and that person wasn't able to get up here, so that kind of sucks. But Kyle Murphy, will you please?
Car, you didn't tell us how your week went.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's a lot of personal stuff. But what I will share, though, we're doing some amazing things here with the SatsBuy Hackathon this Saturday and Sunday.
What is that?
It's a Pleb Lab thing. Like we wanted to build a community here about developers, and we decided to do a hackathon at the Bitcoin Commons. And
so fucking disgusting. I'm glad this is like the last of this bottle. This is the week 3.
That's the same glass?
It is. It is.
Wow, you are the Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just been busy with that film.
I'm disappointed in myself.
SatsBuy, getting everything ready. I actually got all my stuff finished yesterday, and today I was just gonna take it easy, and that's why I went to go take it easy today.
What stuff is that?
All the stuff that we do at Pleb Lab, all the stuff I do at TFTC, all the stuff I do at Thriller Bitcoin. I got all that finished.
How's your workout routine going?
It's going good, dude. I've been working out every day at 6. I'll wake up. I go to La Fitness off of South Lamar. So if any plebs want to join me,
as opposed to LA
feel free
Fitness?
to. I'll be there. It's closer to. And when I was talking to Donald was like basically saying, he's like, Car, you need to build yourself like a routine. And if you can walk there, that's probably the best thing. So I just walk there. It's like a block away. Yeah. Yeah. So I have seen some of my friends that show up, and I won't dox them, but some of my friend Bitcoiners have been showing up. We all live in the same neighborhood. So pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, dude. Like I was talking to Kyle about that. Like I'm on his KFM workout routine thing, and if I don't get it done that early, then it won't happen. And I've been consistent.
What is KFM?
Kyle fucking Murphy. Hey, what's up, Thomas? Watch out for the cords.
Are you gonna sell that?
Your first workout?
Yeah. So check this out. So he gave me the first like kind of plan to do everything, and then it was at that point that I realized, oh shit, like this is actually harder than I thought. Be careful with the cables, guys. Our whole thing will come down. And then at that point, sorry guys. Hey Tristan, be careful with the cables.
Oh my
The
god.
whole stream will come down.
It's done.
Oh, you finished it? Oh, wow. Boss.
And the Fed.
I like how would you say, Logan? It won't go down?
That's what she said.
It's just making me nervous because I'm like, it's like such an easy thing. Kyle, you ready to come up on stage?
Keep going. You were talking. Finish this.
Yeah, where was I at?
Tell me about KFM, Kyle fucking Murphy workout routine.
Oh, come on. That's too easy.
Yeah, it was too easy. So Kyle gave me a workout routine. It was too easy. I then went. Damn, we have so many people coming through. I then went, and then at that point, I realized, oh shit, Kyle actually gave me a harder routine than I thought. So I dumbed it down a little bit. But since then, I'm actually at the level that I was supposed to be at a week later. So, dude, Tristan, get ready for Miami, bro. I don't think Tristan's worked out once. Oh, you have? Okay. You know I'm picking up.
He doesn't need to work out. Have you felt his grip strength?
No, he's a strong guy.
I did drugs for 10 years, man. I tried the grip.
Oh, wow. Are we going to do an arm wrestle?
PBS arm wrestling?
Live PBS arm wrestling?
I worked out today.
Yeah, you did? How did that go?
It's great. I'm unfucking my legs and joints slowly but surely with stretching, and now I was able to. It's not an accomplishment to beat me in arm wrestling, Kyle. You should know that just by looking at me.
Sounds good.
So yeah, I used to not be able to run at all. Now I'm at 2 miles. Well, last week I was 2 miles, and then I was at 4 today. So that's good. Hopefully I can get back to my 2. And today is the 10th day in a row I've eaten a raw egg.
Yeah, so you started doing that last week, dude, where you were like literally like eating a raw egg, right?
Yeah. And we have more. I say we. My housemate, his house, he picked up 4 extra chickens. Like
so now they're also churning out eggs?
No, they're literally this big. But
did you eat those?
The chickens, like
no, not the
nuggets?
chickens. No, I mean the eggs when they're that small.
So we don't know if they're male or female because he literally just bought them like at Tractor Supply.
Wait, I thought chickens were asexual, weren't they? Or am I?
Are you?
I don't know, dude. Like I don't fuck with chickens.
Do you know where babies come from, Car?
No, I don't. Where do they come from? Explain that.
Okay, so
no, you have to have a rooster, right? And then the chickens start.
You gotta have a
eggs.
cock to make a baby.
Yeah, I know that part. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. So what is that thing that you're talking about?
How else would they reproduce?
Then how do you not know if it's a male or a female?
Because their junk is too small to see under the feathers and the fluffiness.
I thought roosters were the males.
Yes.
Do chickens also come in males and females?
They all look the same when they're babies.
Oh, you have them as babies.
Human babies look the same, ugly, naked mole rat looking things.
Damn.
Same things with chicks and puppies, except they're cute and fluffy.
Did I offend you just now?
No.
Okay, cool. I thought you were really close with your chickens.
About the subject.
He's very close with his chickens.
I'm very close with my cocks, and so when they grow, then
He's very close with his cocks.
You'll be able to tell the difference between a rooster and a hen.
Just because they have the mane.
Yeah, it's like when Nancy Pelosi was like, "We got to pass a bill to see what's in it." It's the same thing.
So I grew up on a farm, because I was a home birth.
Yeah.
So we actually.
You were?
Yeah, actually.
Tell me more.
It was a home birth.
Like in the bathtub?
I don't know. My mom, she had 2 strokes already, so like it's really hard to recall, like for her. But it's okay. I talked to her. I'll talk to her for like an hour, and she'll ask me the same question she asked earlier. I love her to death. Like I'd rather have her like that than not have her at all. It's like she's my hero.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There goes my hero.
Exactly. But yeah, I'll ask her about that.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. I'll ask her about that, and then she just says, "Oh, mijo, like you were born here, like in Gregory Portland, all this stuff." So I was like,
"Because I've heard that some people get like born in the bathtub, or some people get born on like their kitchen table."
I'm pretty sure I was a bathtub. I mean, I feel like you have to do it that way. There you go. See Logan's brother.
Well, my instinct.
Wait, were you a home birth too, or no?
I was not.
Oh, interesting. Wait, were you a home birth?
The experience of
course not.
giving birth to me at the hospital is why my mom was like, yeah, not doing that.
I was
Were you a home birth?
No.
I would like to find out how many Bitcoiners are home births. That'd be interesting.
Do you think that has something to do with?
No, I just think that would be interesting
with
to find out.
Bitcoinerness?
Did you see?
No, I just wonder.
Did you see the event that Katie and Jessica and the crew are putting on for Miami?
No.
Talk about it.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't really know much about it other than I really
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the one in Bit Block Boom. That was good.
They're doing it on the 6th, I think.
Okay.
Before it all starts. But
Oh,
they're doing,
boss.
Like a whole talk of like one of the parts is I think AK-47 is talking about.
Oh, amazing.
Like homeschooling and childbirth and all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've talked to her about it too. Yeah, she knows a lot about it.
I mean, you think after being lied to from doctors for 2 years because of COVID, I'd be like all for child home births, but I'm not. Rather just go to the hospital, get the epidural.
Wait, are you having kids or?
It's not that I'm aware of. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm an incel.
Yeah. So you ready for our first guest? Is that enough of Car this week?
I
Do you have any other
guess.
questions you have?
I did, but I forgot.
Okay, cool. Bring on our first guest. His name is Kyle Murphy. Kyle Murphy, you want to come up here and do your little. Kyle Murphy is coming up to the stage. Kyle Murphy. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Murphy.
Kyle
of
Murphy
Pleb
with the
Lab.
Pit Vipers.
Yeah.
Kyle, I'm not gonna lie, you look really pissed.
I am really pissed.
All right.
All right, talk about it. Why are you so upset today, Kyle? Oh shit. Grab the
even in-
orange
am I
mic.
even in frame?
Fierce.
Yes, you are. Fuck this. I don't really want to be here. I'm in a really bad mood.
Can you scoot back so I can see?
Yeah,
See,
anyways,
beautiful.
I'm pissed
Scoot back. Let's
because
take this
there's
way.
some fucking nonsense fiat festival called South by Southwest that ignores Bitcoin and is now not only ignoring Bitcoin, but is literally actively fucking standing in the way of a Bitcoin company getting its fucking work done, which is really, it's fucking frustrating
Several
as
Bitcoin
fuck.
companies.
Not to mention you were like their only business for months.
We were the only business here for probably the first month and a half we were here. It was like me, Car, Keon, and no one else. So yeah, the fact that we've been here for this long and literally, like, I honestly don't mind that there's a festival going on.
Phil, what are you doing?
Trying to find my gum. I'm sorry.
I'm looking for someone to punch Phil. I'm just letting you know,
Kyle's
dude.
like really.
told him pretty much.
Kyle's like really. He said he is punchable. Remember he said on the first episode. Good
I don't
callback.
want to hurt you though, Phil. I like you.
Yeah, I love Phil too.
Is that nicotine gum?
It is. Do you want some?
I do want one,
Here.
please.
Wow, are you? Is those acid? What is that? What did you say it was?
It's
It's-
acid gum.
Acid gum. Wow.
So, anyways,
We're dropping
yeah, man,
acid
I don't
on
know. Like,
PBS.
I don't even mind the fact that they're having this stupid festival. The festival doesn't bother me. The fact that the festival means that for some reason that fucking Capital Factory, as a business, who takes my money for the services of running a fucking business out of this business, is able to fucking not allow me to do my business the way that I run my business is it's absolute horseshit.
Anything else you want to say?
Dude, do you just get like plain nicotine gum?
No, spearmint.
Is the flavor expired?
What is that?
How old is it? I chew gum from Keon all the time and it's nicotine gum. This is shit.
It's generic. Oh wait, no, it's not. No, it's
I feel like that was a setup.
cigarette.
Dude, it's really bad.
How bad is it?
I don't know what you get,
That's
but
why I chew it with normal gum.
Oh, can I get a normal gum?
you should talk to Keon because whatever he buys is
Wait,
way better than whatever
I
you're-
don't, I'm not addicted.
Wait, what date did this expire, Phil? Can we just look at the
I'm
date?
not, like,
I'm not suggesting you need to be addicted. I'm suggesting you
What-
just
no,
buy
what's-
better
what's the-
nicotine gum.
What's the date on there?
beggars can't be choosers, dude.
You're not begging.
For now.
You can choose. I know. I'm not begging either. I'm just simply
It's a very
suggesting
strong argument, Kyle.
I'm suggesting you should consider buying better gum. I'm not telling you you need to buy better gum to give me better gum. I'm simply saying, like, have some fucking taste, Phil. That's shit.
Wow.
Again, this is why I mix.
This is why he is the Jack Sparrow of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
you
not
do
in a good
whatever
mood.
you want. You be you. There you go. Pull up your socks too.
I'll
Phil.
tell you how I feel. You want to see? Look,
What are
everybody.
those, duck
You know what?
socks?
You know what? Another thing that pisses me off
Yeah,
today.
yeah, go
All
for
these
it.
fiat fucks out here.
Yeah.
I've fucking seen like 5 times in one day where they're like, "Oh, no sleeves today, huh?" Like it's some kind of funny fucking joke. Yeah, no
Wait,
sleeves.
who tells you that? Wait.
You
a
know
second.
why? Because every time some asshole fucking says no sleeves, I turn fucking green and my fucking sleeves rip off, dude. You're pissing me off. Shut the fuck up. I don't
Wow,
wear
who
sleeves to
tells
work.
you that,
Is that a
dude?
problem?
Regular like.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
Like the guys in Blue Grocer.
No, like assholes here in this fucking building. Like I'm in the elevator. It's like, oh, no sleeves, huh? Yeah, like it's, yeah. You're not the first person who said that
What
today.
the fuck? Really?
Shut the
why,
fuck
why
up.
didn't you ever tell me this?
I don't know, because I'm not normally not pissed. I normally
Wow.
don't care, but today it just like is just another thing that's just fucking irked me.
Wow. Yeah, one of the situations that we had today was like we couldn't get people up here because we actually had a lot of people that were going to be here. How many people?
I literally had 8 people in the lobby that I had to send home. They came to Capital Factory, were here, were at the elevators, and I had to send them home.
I feel
It's
so bad.
fucking horse shit.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's so sad. I can't wait till we get our own office.
I can't wait until we get our own office either. Fucking soon, TM.
Yeah.
This place is fucking...
Anyways, yeah, we actually actually had to go get Phil downstairs. Like Kyle was like, "Car, you're not gonna be able to get Phil." I'm like, "I'm Car Gonzalez. I can do whatever I want."
Wrong.
And sure enough, I got Phil upstairs. That's why I tell you, Kyle, you gotta believe in me.
I do believe in you.
Yeah.
I just...
If I would have, I could have probably figured out a way to get those 8 people up here, but yeah.
So what's the deal with?
I could have figured it out too, but I was just like
You're
standing
so
there
upset.
with fucking
Yeah.
Bobby, and I'm just like...
Cards and went down and given it to them, and then they couldn't.
The thing is like several high ups here like saw me and commented on the fact that I was bringing people up and I wasn't supposed to be. So it was like I didn't want to send them home. That was the wrong response. But like going out of my way to like break the rules after already getting noticed, it's like one thing if you just break the rules and you know you're kind of breaking the rules, but you haven't been caught yet. Once you're already caught and then you break the rules again, like now you're just pushing your fucking luck and you're asking for trouble. And like I still have an office here and I still want to have that office here and I don't really want crazy tensions. We already have tensions. I'm going to go at the end of this festival and like demand money back. I'm not fucking happy about the services that have been rendered this week that I fucking pay for. So
Yeah, it's one of those things like when we first got here early on, I did a lot of the talking to the people here. And to this point, I still do a lot of the talking. And Kyle takes the backstage on that kind of stuff just because I'm from Austin. There's a way to talk to Austinites and the people that live here. I think so. And when you build
apparently
those,
it's not my way.
when you build those relationships, you kind of have to like do it the certain way. And I think
What is that way?
Kyle's
very-
too much of a hammer. Like Kyle works for Bitcoin. Like he's great at Bitcoin, but like when it comes to dealing with fiat people, it's really hard for him.
You have to.
Everybody here hates me.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say they hate you.
Let's not say everybody.
I'm not
but
going to say they hate you.
that's
That's a
also
strong
accurate.
word, but
that is a strong word.
They
A lot of
definitely
the-
find you difficult.
Yeah, a lot of the employees here definitely dislike working with me.
Why is that?
Because I don't have time for their nonsense, and I just have like a let's get it done energy where I'm just like,
And they lollygag.
yeah. And on top of that, I'm just like kind of an aggressive guy. I like am naturally just like I don't give a fuck about your frou-frou fucking not like I don't care. I'm just like I'm here to do business and like you're like you don't represent.
Give an
you-
example. It doesn't have to be this week.
Here's the thing: is I don't even know. Maybe Carr can explain it because he's the one who knows more about how they fucking actually.
Yeah,
they don't tell me.
We're not going to air
I
out our
just feel it.
grievances.
I just feel it. I just feel like
We're not gonna air 'em
I
out.
get a lot of like.
I'm grateful
really,
for everything Capital Factory's done for us.
Phil, here's an example.
So,
I get fucking looks from
Definitely.
people that work here that have never said a single word to me. They just see me and they go ahead and assume there's a particular way that I am or a particular type of person I am, and I can feel it. Like they judge me with their eyeballs and they've never even met me.
You would think living in progressive Austin, people would be more accepting of people.
I will say this: like, there's definitely a certain type of person they want working here or innovating out of here, and I think we just don't. We're something new. We're something that's organic. We're on Bitcoin. They know we're Bitcoiners. They actually love us, Kyle. But the problem is that when it comes to certain things, we're just they're what we call like a Web3 Ethereum factory, and so the Bitcoiners that come here, it just doesn't work. Like we just don't fit the mold that they want.
Really?
Because we're
Is
not.
the money not good enough for them? Is the business not good enough?
Have you seen us like Phil? Let me ask you a serious question. Like when you get Ethereum people in a room and then you get like Bitcoiners in a room, they look completely different.
Yeah.
And I would say the Bitcoiners are much happier.
I don't know. Sometimes.
People wear sleeves.
Listen.
They're happy about the Ethereums.
I think it's an interesting dichotomy because they get a lot of crypto people here and they know we're crypto, right? So they every time they get some fucking crypto person that they're touring around and they run
true.
into us, I'm always wearing the Austin Bitcoin Club stuff. So they're like, oh, here's our Bitcoin guy. This guy's doing crypto. And then it's like I have to hear like, or even now, even they don't even necessarily say crypto. They're like, this is the Bitcoin guy. Do you know about Bitcoin? This happened literally yesterday. And the guy's like, yeah, I know about it. I don't know enough. I'm glad he at least gave the like, I don't know enough, because it was like, okay, there's probably going to be like an invalid opinion that follows this statement. And that's exactly what happened. It was like, yeah, I don't really know enough, but I don't, Bitcoin's okay. I don't really understand it, but like I know Ethereum's good. And I'm just like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go now. I got shit to go do.
Like the thing I like about me is none of the crypto people come up to me, which I love, but all the Capital Factory people, they love me. And
they assume that you're a crypto person.
No, I think it's just because I look intimidating as fuck. I think that's what it is.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, you're a real hard ass.
I look like a hard ass, but I'm actually a sweet teddy bear.
You held my hand today.
Yeah, it was funny because there's a security guard up there here on 5th floor.
Pretend we were gay, so they
we had to pretend that we were together. I'm not going to say that. We had to pretend that we were together, so I held his hand to walk through. And so the security guard literally gave one and then like we just kept walking through. And I was like, that's how you do it sometimes.
I'm out.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you going to stay? But no, and it was like, and then when I walked up and I talked to Maria, she's a good friend here, I said, hey, I'm bringing Phil on. He's going to be producing stuff with us. He's coming to Pleb Lab. She's like, okay, Car. I'm like, thank you. It was just that easy.
Yeah. I talked to people downstairs, and it was, he came around the corner. I'm not going to name names, but he knows
I know
who
who
he
you're
is.
talking about.
Yeah. He comes around the corner, and there wasn't even a thought process of like have like a casual conversation about like what's going on. You know what's going on this week. It's the busiest week of the year. They have to register for the event to go up. That's how this works. And I'm like, okay, how? And then he's like, what the hell did he say after that? He's like, this is it's a stressful week. Don't make it more stressful for us. And I'm like, how do they register? Eventbrite. Pub crawl or fuck whatever the fuck this stupid thing's called, the startup crawl. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they start doing it, and then I realized I was like, well, they have to get wristbands after they get it. So I go over and I'm like, okay, then what? And he looks at me, he's like, they have to get in line like everybody else. And it was like literally so much attitude. I was just like, dude,
yeah,
I don't need the attitude.
Yeah, just when I deal with people like that, especially at Capital Factory, you just show them a little grace, right? Like that's all you got to do. And then it's unfortunate. I guess next week we'll do it somewhere else. We can probably do it at Donald's or somewhere else.
McDonald's?
We'll figure it out.
We got a week to fucking be
we got
ahead
a
of
week
the
to figure it
curve
out.
this time.
We'll probably just do it in the garage.
Why don't we just, like,
do it in his garage, probably.
I mean,
Yeah.
we can't just do it at someone's house.
That's what
That's
he's saying.
what he's saying. Yeah.
You're talking in third person now? That's what he's saying?
Yeah, I'm definitely talking in third person. Anything else that you want to talk about, Kyle, besides your stressful
dude, it's fucking
It's been a
horseshit.
great day, honestly.
It's bullshit.
Up until this point, it's been a great day. I've had a great day. And then Kyle was on fire around 5 p.m. Logan came a little bit on fire too. I think a lot of people are stressful, but it's normal. This is not my first South by. Been through many of them, but this is South by. It's going to be this every single day, and it's going to get worse. Wait till the music people come in. You're really going to hate it then.
I'm not going to lie. I heard a lady on the elevator.
On Wednesday, when the music and the movie people come in, you're going to fucking hate it. I'm going to love it, though.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
A lady on the elevator suggested something earlier that I'm highly considering, which is just I'm going to take my fucking computer home and I'm going to not be in the office next week.
That's fine.
I'm just
I got to be downtown because I got to run over to Marty's and
I don't
do
wanna
my
do any
thing,
of this.
but that makes sense.
Ultimately, that's probably what they want.
I'm like I don't think I have anything on the schedule next week where I like physically need to be here other than PBS, and we'll coordinate that. And like if there are things I need to do, I'll ride my bike in real quick. But for the most part, I'm probably just working from home next week.
Yeah,
This place
and
is
like
fucking
tomorrow we'll
stupid.
be at Bitcoin Commons, and Bitcoin Commons is doing a great thing. Parker and the initiative over there with Unchained, they're doing amazing things. And this is where we need to pump our stuff and stop talking about all the fiat stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's talk about Sats by.
Yeah,
let's
let's
talk
do
about
that.
what we're fucking doing here.
Let's do that.
Because at the end of the day, we're forking South by this year, and we're doing Sats by. And there's other Bitcoiners that are doing amazing things too. They're not calling it Sats by, and that's cool. But
Who's not calling it Sats
we're
by?
going to go ahead and put all their stuff on Sats by, and eventually, just like South by, it'll start off small. Every year it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then just lower your time preference, folks.
Who is not calling it Sats by?
We're not going to go there, but go ahead and tell us what's going on.
I don't think anybody's like actively not calling it Sats by. Let's just let it go.
Yeah.
Carr likes to say things that aren't necessarily.
Well, I didn't mean
accurate
it that
sometimes.
way, but when Phil says it that way, it kind of sounds like that. I didn't mean it that way. Yeah.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. You know what I
Anyways.
meant.
Just asking questions.
Yeah, I'm just giving you the answer.
Yeah, you're just being Phil. Can you go on with what we're doing though?
Phil, we love you, man. Thanks for coming
No,
in.
I do love you. I wouldn't have held your hand through the lobby. Can you?
Phil, Carr loves you in a different kind of way, my friend.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Ladies, I don't love him in a different way.
Yeah. Tell them it's true so they believe
how
it.
many ladies actually watching this?
I don't know. Probably like at least 10.
The more you try to convince them, the more I'm sure they're convinced.
Oh, is the stream up? I'm sure it is. Logan's on top of it.
I checked both platforms already.
Cool. Kyle, talk about Sats by and talk about all that stuff.
Yeah, you want to just start with the hackathon we're doing tomorrow?
Sure.
So,
Yeah, Phil's doing his thing.
you're just very distracting, Phil. All those muscles fucking reaching across the table. It's
Oh wow! So now people are now check this out.
it's getting me hot and sweaty.
So I just got a
Spaghetti.
I just got a DM from a woman right now.
With or without a pulse?
I don't know. Let me see who she is real quick.
Anyways,
She looks real, ladies and gentlemen. There
so,
you go.
So Sats by Southwest, the Sats by hackathon.
No, it's not that. It's
For those of you who are actually watching this, which is probably
Twitter.
like nobody at this point, 4 people, I applaud all 4 of you for making it this far.
it's. I think also we get a lot of views too, like other places. So we have to. It's okay if people don't show up or if people watch the live stream.
Watches live.
Yeah.
We got
Like,
with
even
the.
on, even on TFT,
we got 4 we got.
I go live and I watch on like Twitter.
It's cool. We got 4 live. We got 3 in the audience, or 4 in the audience. 5 technically. I guess Logan's part of the audience. I would say that's 5 in the audience. We're up to 8 fucking people. We are rocking and fucking rolling.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have a great time.
All right.
Do you expect to fit 20 people? I mean, technically.
Like honestly, Kyle, like I think this is an amazing time right now. Like I
Hey,
was
listen,
able to.
I'm
If I
just-
wouldn't have gotten
Carr,
Phil up
I'm
here,
self-
then I would have been more upset.
I'm
but,
self-deprecating,
like,
bro. I don't give a shit how
I'm
many
having a
people
great
watch
time.
this show.
Every Friday, Kyle. Every Friday, I look forward to it because I get to do SNL and I get to do PBS, right? And then if I wouldn't have gotten Phil up here, I'd have been very upset,
What is
right?
SNL?
Car. Stacker News Live. Not.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
We got all of them,
That's
Phil. We
what
got
I'm saying.
ABC,
and then after this,
SNL,
we do our after
PBS.
party.
What
Every
else did we
Friday
get?
we do an after party. So it's like,
Fox.
why am I not like? Why are you not looking?
That's Bitcoin company.
Okay.
I think
It's a
Fox
start.
could
It's a.
be-
It's we're step in the right
Fox
direction.
stands for fiat obsolete or shit. What's our specs?
Xylophone. Fiat obsoleting xylophone. It's the music is so good it it obsoletes.
The X speaks for itself because we X out the fiat.
Okay. Anyways, Sats by Hackathon tomorrow morning starts at 10 a.m. At Bitcoin Commons.
TBS.
What is that? That's 601 Congress.
Oh, is it really TBS? No, wait. Where'd you say TBS? The Bitcoin Commons? Oh, TBC.
No, TBS. The Bitcoin.
I'm never gonna talk about this hackathon. Honestly, it's just like this
Yeah.
is like this is
Fuck it.
okay. 10 a.m. Bitcoin Commons. It is the first Pleb Lab hackathon. We are we're gonna be giving 15 to 20 ideas that have come out of just like organic ideation here at Pleb Lab. We got a bunch of wizards we work with. These wizards come up with cool ideas. Not enough wizards to work on them, so they're gonna offer up their ideas for you to work on if you choose. You do not have to, but if you so choose, you will receive mentorship from the people who gave those ideas. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not every day you get to work on a Bitcoin project with the likes of Ben Carmen, Tony Giorgio, and Super Testnet.
Woo.
Our man Tristan's gonna let him go for one whole weekend. He's a very kind CEO. He's a God King, but he's a kind God King. Thank you, Tristan.
He's a
We appreciate your support of Pleb Labs Hackathon.
he's a benevolent overlord. What's the acronym for that? It's like a 3-letter acronym for beloved dictator something.
Yep, we've lost the plot.
No, it's not. It's a tangent. It's a side.
Anyways, I think the hackathon's gonna be pretty cool, man. We've got Voltage supplying voltage nodes and enough credits for like 2 nodes for 4 days, I believe. We've got some other surprise things that I haven't told anybody about from some of our friends that they gave me cool things in the sauna that we'll provide at the hackathon. So yeah, exactly. You let your imagination.
In the sauna.
Yeah, let your imagination run wild there. We're going to provide sauna things in the hackathon tomorrow, so that'll be amazing.
Is there a sauna at the hackathon?
There will not be a sauna at the hackathon. We'll take the sauna things out of the sauna and provide them at Bitcoin Commons tomorrow. I think the devs will like the sauna things. It's promising. And then we also have Lisa Nugget, I believe is how you pronounce that. Super likes to call her Chicken Nugget, but Lisa Nugget from Blockstream will be doing a really cool Lightning educational class. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I think it's going to be a really good fucking hackathon. There's some sats to be earned, some fun to be had. I am hoping that the order I have yet to place at HEB for food and drinks is not too late, so we'll find that out at the end of PBS probably. It might just be like me just like fucking scrambling last minute. I don't know. We'll find out. Kaylee, if you're listening, don't be mad at me that the food's all fucked up. She's going to be at HEB tomorrow. Like Instacart already fucked up, so it was like again, South by Southwest is
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, they're like delivery's not promised until like 1 p.m., which is like later than we wanted it.
That's what I was saying. Get all this stuff ahead of time.
Coffee's not going to be there until 1 o'clock, so I'm going to have to like try and
listen to car.
Yeah, that's way too late for coffee. We're going to have to figure something out. We'll get some like cold brew cans or just like bottles of cold brew or something, and people will have to. We can take the coffee pot from Pleb Lab and we can make 6 cups at a time. Are you texting the random Twitter bot girl, or what are you doing?
Instagram.
Calm down, dude. I would hope my co-host would pick up the rest of the conversation, but since this train doesn't move without Car.
There's literally only one reason for Car to be on Instagram is because his German girlfriend likes Instagram.
Calm down, Kyle. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Hey, do you want me to bring up your stuff? No, yeah, that's why I won't do it. So calm down. Like don't stop.
I don't know
Just
what my
stop.
stuff is.
Just
I'd be
like
surprised
stop
to hear
talking about this stuff.
All right. It's not. It's not.
Just stop talking, dude. I will bring up your dirty laundry too.
Jerry
man.
Springer. That would be a cool theme.
No, we're
for
not talking
PBS.
about Car.
We could take this to
We're
a
not talking
whole
about
new
Car.
direction.
Jerry.
I like to keep private stuff private. I think
You
that's
wanna
okay.
Throw a chair
I
at me.
don't like to keep
No.
private stuff private, so I just shaved before I came here. And you know, like when you shave with an electric razor in the shower, sometimes you don't realize that you missed a hair that you can pull out yourself later. That just happened right there.
I don't know how fascinating.
This is definitely the most fascinating show in Bitcoin, right?
No,
Today it's the most
It's-
frustrating show for Car because I'm like trying to get this ship right, but it won't get shipped right. It won't get shipped right.
All right.
It's okay.
So-
What else we got? Anything else you want to talk about? I feel like we had Sats by.
ain't talking about love.
What are we doing tonight? That's what I really want to know. What's the after party looking like?
Yes.
Yes, after party.
An after party.
Cool.
Hey, so who's coming up? Who wants to sit on my
I
lap
don't
and
know.
tell a cool
Who
story?
wants to sit on- No,
How about
we
the-
can't have this guy come up because he already said he doesn't want to come up.
Tell me what you
But,
want for
Hey,
Christmas.
the meat popsicle will come sit on your
I
lap.
don't want
The meat
Tristan up
popsicle
because he
on my
left
lap.
us last week.
I like it. I feel like the
Can't
meat
have
pop.
Tristan
I
on,
feel like
right?
the meat popsicle is probably
No, can't
something
have
I'm
Tristan.
supposed to
Tristan's
sit on the
out.
lap of, not the
Logan,
other
you
way
want?
around.
No, Logan's behind the
You want me
camera.
to sit on your lap,
It's either
meat
gonna be John
popsicle?
or Nate.
All right.
But they look busy right now. Yeah,
I'm gonna sit
Hey,
on the.
Nate.
I'm gonna get off the show and go sit on the meat popsicle.
the meat popsicle. What? Is that a Twitter?
Hey,
handle?
Nate, what are you working on? What are you working on?
I'm working on block hooks.
What are block hooks?
Block hooks is a
Like web hooks?
level project for tomorrow's hackathon.
Boss, do you want to come and talk about it? Oh
Yeah.
yes, there we
And-
go.
and-
Thank
and-
you, Kyle Murphy,
and-
for
and-
coming up on PBS.
And Kyle mentioned like the ideas people would
Thank you, Kyle
So-
Murphy. You can
so-
go to exit stage right.
So this is the sauna stuff
stage
that
left.
I was just saying was going to be a secret surprise for tomorrow, but I guess we can talk about the secret
Yeah.
surprise
Like
now.
I said, no one watches this, so it won't it's still-
This is a secret surprise for the people who are not watching the show, which is basically everybody at the hackathon tomorrow.
Yeah, because they're all downstairs waiting to get in. We had a live event today, and we couldn't make it happen. Welcome to the show, Nate. How's
Yay,
it going,
Nate.
buddy? I love you. It's always great seeing you. Is he in frame?
No, you will. I just like to feel powerful in the high chair and with the mic. Yeah, take some nicotine gum.
Yeah, don't take the
It's a good
nicotine
thing your
gum.
feet don't stink.
Don't take the nicotine gum. It's
These
expired.
are. I just showered before I came here. And these are fresh
It's
new
expired,
socks.
Nate.
It's not
I
expired.
don't know what it is, but it's really bad.
But is nicotine?
Another piece of regular gum. It's the only way.
But Kyle, is nicotine
Check to see if that's expired.
not streaming
Logan.
through your bloodstream right now?
What about you streaming through my bloodstream?
You wish I was.
That's true.
Is it not getting the job done? Is nicotine not flowing through your bloodstream?
Okay, just making sure.
Do you not feel super
Yeah,
relaxed?
one time I chewed nicotine gum and I threw up. It's not good.
You don't. You gotta moderate, because see, I was done with my piece and I put it in the wine bottle because I'm done with that piece of gum now.
No, I didn't chew nicotine. I'm chewing the Wrigley spearmint you gave me.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting.
It's extra. It's extra and it's polar ice.
Do you want to give him the
Would
mic
you
so
like
he can
a
talk?
piece of polar ice to make that
About
nicotine
the
gum taste better, or do you just want to talk about what you're working on? Let's do the latter.
Yeah, that nicotine gum. That's nasty shit.
No one made you chew it.
Bin behind you.
Just chew some regular gum. Phil, give him some of the regular.
I offered. He's a grown man. He can make a decision on his own.
Kyle, can you pass me my water bottle?
Wait, are you gonna throw up?
No.
Oh, okay.
I might, but I'm not a pussy today.
So how you guys
Wait,
doing?
did you get that from?
from over there?
Oh,
yeah, free
fuck.
drinks.
Yeah.
Might as well take advantage of the fiat.
Is that Coors?
No, it's water.
Oh, okay. Why do they decorate it for?
Marketing.
The center
so
of
you
gravity
get the
for
QR
entrepreneurs
code.
in Texas. Gum just keeps getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, you're not supposed to chew it.
Have you
chew
chewed
like three
nicotine
times.
gum before?
Very slowly, Nate.
Yeah, this is how you nicotine gum. Okay, you chew it like 3 times. You pocket it, and then wait a while. Then you do it
trash
again.
can? That's what. This is how I threw up. The same way.
Okay, you just chewed it too hard.
Yeah, slow down.
Yeah, I've been going hard on it.
Yeah, slow down.
Yeah, this is how I threw up.
They specifically say on the label.
A year ago.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I gave smoking too.
Without all the added nonsense that come with cigarettes.
Yeah.
The nicotine gum, especially with just a little tiny bit of caffeine, I actually find that chewing the nicotine gum and then just sipping just a tiny little
Logan,
bit
can we hear him?
better, cleaner
Not really.
buzz, pickup than just coffee by itself.
Yeah,
So
sounds good.
I'll recap that. When you chew nicotine gum, not a sponsor, Nicorette, but when you chew nicotine gum
Not a
with
sponsor.
with a little bit of caffeine, is a much easier, cleaner buzz.
Free gum for life.
So anyone that's trying to stop smoking or is just a weird person like myself, now you know.
Hey Tristan, can you grab me a water?
No.
Damn.
Hey, he's a CEO.
I know.
He does what
He leaves. He leaves
Oh, wow, you can see
everything.
the Capitol from here. It's nice.
Oh yeah, it's a pretty nice view.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a beautiful view.
And that's why it's called Capital Factory.
It all makes sense. Just
Yeah,
click
I just
for
call it Capitol now.
me.
Or the factory.
How's
sweatshop.
TC going for you? You enjoying it?
Good, dude. So Marty,
what's
so Marty, me.
What is TFTC?
Let me
What's
answer
the
one
hardest
question
thing
at a
about
time.
producing TFTC?
What's the hardest thing about producing TFTC?
Yeah.
It's like trying to capture Led Zeppelin live.
In a bottle.
It's not like this where, yeah, it's like running and gunning. Like it needs to be perfect. It needs to be captured perfect because like Marty doesn't like any edits afterwards. Like we're shooting it live and record it live. He's very like authentic, wants it on brand, wants it like for the freaks, and wants it to be like amazing. And I just try to capture that every single time. Yeah, so that's the only hard part is trying to be perfect every time. Yeah.
Logan also has it.
But I like it though because it's like you can never, like if you talk to any like person who recorded like Led Zeppelin or like any of these amazing bands, like to try to record a live show, like track by track, like you have to be like perfect. So when we were doing it from his backyard or from like these other places like in Nashville, it was always hard for me to like break up or set up, break down, set it all up, and then break it back down, then do it again. And then it got better, but like in the beginning, he was like, "Do you liking it?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, it reminds me about when I was in a band. That's what we used to do. We literally have to break down and set up every single night in my 20s. But like now that we're in the studio, I like it. It's way easier because like everything's set. The only problem is like Logan. We brought Logan on to help with some of the lighting and stuff and the camera stuff. So we were trying to get it all set up, but they're working really hard. Like Unchained Capital and the Bitcoin Commons are working really hard to make sure that, like Kaylee, like they're working really hard. Park, like all of them are working really hard to make sure like we get it the way Marty has it for the vision, like what he wants, and he just really wants it to be really special for the freaks, dude. And it really upset me this week. Like he got a like most people don't know this, but like Marty gets a lot of hate mail, but like he got one hate mail and he posted on Twitter.
Saw that.
And it just fucking pisses me off. Like I'll never say this like on Twitter or anything, but it just pisses me off because they don't know the man. Like they don't know how hard he works and how much he cares for the freaks. And to see somebody like post that, it's like, dude, you don't even understand like the amount of like care and attention the man like gives for his viewers and his listeners.
Isn't it just a sign of success, though?
What do you mean?
Well, seeing all of that kind of hate mail.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
What?
Can I say something? This is just like a subject I want to get in on just briefly. So, I think we've been talking about it this week. It's like I think this is part of, and maybe not entirely, but it ties into this narrative of like the Bitcoin community, right? And like, I see like two sides of this thing, and it's like funny because people will hate on what you guys are talking about right now, and like what I'm about to say even more particularly.
Just me and him discussing it.
But like,
yeah, honestly, if Marty, if you're listening, Marty, I shouldn't have brought this
Peter
up.
McCormick says this same stuff, and like he gets that same hate mail, like, and people hate on Peter for just like having differing views from this like super small vocal minority of kind of like people on Twitter who literally build nothing. They add no value other like listen, hodling adds value. I'm not trying to take that away. It's like it is a true thing that I'm glad people are doing. But we've gotten to this point where people are sitting online berating people for having an opinion that's not that person's opinion, and it's really an ugly part of the Bitcoin culture that I'm so fucking tired of. It's all this negative nonsense. It's like every time I'm at a Bitcoin community meetup, it's like 150 people who are like genuinely pleasant and like nice to be around and care and actively spend their time building and growing and trying to be a better person.
That's true.
And then there's this small, really loud minority of people like in all the other groups that make all of it nonsensical and or like not like noticed by the larger community because all they see is this loud minority of people who are like sitting in their parents' basement hodling like 0.01 Bitcoin.
Not all of them.
A lot of them, dude. A lot of these people are fucking.
We don't want to throw like blanket statements.
But
I understand your frustrations. I understand your frustrations.
So I'm actually in those Twitter Spaces rooms with those people. They're
Oh, are you?
entertaining. Yeah, I am. Some of them are cool, and at first like they're dicks, and then you like warm up to them. And I guess they kind of like respect you, but they're also just like entertaining with the dumb shit they say. And it's kind of refreshing because there's stuff that like you feel like no one else. Hey, Dustin.
Hey, what's up, Dustin?
It's been, yeah. You're gonna come up.
Welcome to the shit show.
Welcome to the shit show. But I was actually in that
Internet
room
cord.
where Peter McCormick actually humored them, and they just disagree with his points, whether it be like the vaccine or whatever. But sure, it is kind of like aggravating, and especially when you try to make an argument and people talk over you. Like that's just how like Bitcoin Twitter Spaces kind of works. But it is kind of ridiculous how at times some of them are good meaning because they feel like they have the responsibility to like sniff out scammers. Like rightfully so, but then at some point people just get too passionate about what they feel ideologically, and it doesn't really go anywhere. And the ironic part is that like they didn't see this coming, but after Peter was done in that room, he completely took advantage of that situation, and he had his producer Danny just make a fool of all the people that were in that room because they got the transcript and it was just like fuck you, blah 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 blah, and it's just another way for someone like Peter to take advantage of these people and make content out of it. And like no publicity is bad publicity. So it's kind of like as a content creator, you take advantage of those opportunities. Yes, I will give you the mic, but just someone as like an insider of a different like group of Bitcoiners, I just want to shed that light. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but you know, that's I think where they're coming from.
I'm not suggesting that anything's perfect, but and I don't think that Peter took advantage of anything. I think Peter used what was
that way.
what he did was he took the truth
Yeah.
and posted it.
Yeah.
The truth is, it isn't coherent, logical debate.
Yeah.
It's argument. You even said the word. I don't care for argument anymore.
Yeah.
I want to grow the space. I want to grow the community. I want to grow the ecosystem. I want to grow the network. I want to grow all of it. And there's a lot of people who are really loud who don't do anything but argue.
Yeah.
Their whole day job, their whole Bitcoin personality is just arguing.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
They
I don't
just
want to
agree.
argue anymore. If you want to have an actual, genuine debate, I'm down to do that. But if all you're doing is yelling profanities and like telling me about how I'm wrong, we're not getting anywhere. It's time for, honestly, like, it's not even just Twitter plebs. It unfortunately, in my mind, it stems slightly from what was actually once necessary culture in Bitcoin. It stems from this idea that, like, we had to sniff out scammers and we had to do all this stuff for security and to build out a decentralized network so that this thing was safe. We're there. But now we're at a point where, like, a couple of people have kind of taken the message and misinterpreted it and taken it to its extreme without really understanding what they're doing. And it's now actually counterintuitive to growing a new, better culture on top of the culture that was built out to get us where we are today. We're like literally, listen, I get that Bitcoin's not going away. It's not going to lose, but we could speed up progress if we actually started being more inviting to people who aren't here. All of the ideologues, the people who just deeply get it, they're already here. And now we're just yelling at one another on Twitter, and it's slowing down other people coming in to build because they're going to shitcoins. They like show up in Bitcoin Twitter, and it's like a bunch of people sitting in a room yelling at one another. And it's like you go over to Ethereum, they're making more money, they're having more fun, they don't take themselves as seriously. One, because it's not a very serious thing, but like Bitcoin is serious, but it can also be fun. Every time I hang out with Bitcoiners, it's a great time. I fucking love this community. And we need to share that side of Bitcoin with more people, and we're not doing it enough because all these people see on the outside is a bunch of angry douches yelling at each other about, like, everything in Bitcoin's a bad time, more security, more privacy. If you're doing this, you're wrong. If you're doing this, you're wrong. If you're doing that, you're wrong. It's like, how about we just get people in here and then let them learn and grow like all the rest of us did? Like,
Okay.
once you get it, you grow.
Let Nate talk,
Yeah,
because I know he has a different view
A
on
bit of
that.
a rant.
Yeah, but thanks for that, Kyle. So the other night at the Galaxy meetup, did you get to meet Peter McCormick's producer?
Yeah, I met Danny.
Yeah. Did you guys hit it off? Could you relate to a lot of things?
Dude, I get along with everybody in Bitcoin. Yeah, like I've talking to Ben, I've talking to Danny, like I talking to the people on Pump's podcast. Like we're all friends, at least that I think we are. But what's your question?
Could you see yourself, doing this long term?
What do you mean?
Being a producer?
This is what I do.
Yeah, but like, how many years have you been doing this?
Like producing music and stuff like that
Yeah.
since like 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like 38-year-old man now. So
Okay. So it's been the bulk of your career.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that about you. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go on Kyle's topic.
Well, I don't know. I don't have much to add to that. I mean, the
I'm
guys,
not 38. Am I a good subject for your question?
let me just address Kyle's thing. Like, yeah, I totally get where he's coming from, and I think there's a lot of truth to that. Yeah. I think obviously the big elephant in the room is just that Bitcoin is a serious project, and he touched on it, right? It's just how do you balance being extremely careful and bringing in more people and bringing in the right people and doing protocol development properly. I think that's basically been handled. We're in this transition phase where most developers coming in are going to be building on Lightning, and that's a very different thing than Bitcoin Core. So there's a lot more room to like run and break things and try things and innovate and explore. And it is probably time for the conversation to shift, and it will, just naturally. Those who refuse to change will remain on certain levels of the protocol development and spend their time arguing for the immutability of that, and that's great. We need that. It's good. And then Lightning will take off on another level. Yeah.
I mean, if anything, it's a lot easier for people to make the switch. It's in. I don't know if you can hear me. Can they hear me? Whatever. Like it's not as easy. Like a few years ago for people to make that switch, right? But now it is because that community and that content is out there, and it's. I don't know why it seems harder on the surface. People think that people will find it harder to get Bitcoin, but I just don't see that being the case at all.
I think my opinion on it is like very similar to Kyle's, but me personally, I like chaos. Like I like that there's people on this side and there's me and Kyle on this side. I love that. Bitcoin should have that. You can't create anything without frustration, without like arguments, without that kind of thing. Let me finish. In order for something to be great, it has to come from that. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I've seen that my whole entire life. When you create great art, when you create great anything, if you have two sides that are fighting and bickering with each other like constantly, out of that comes something beautiful. And I think that's why Bitcoin it is where it is today. So yes, me and Kyle will probably be all the way over here and like try to get here, but they'll have these other people like, no, it's this. And that's the way it should be. It should be like that. Like that's
how protocol development is, and that process you get there is easier with the content. Or maybe more content makes it harder because it's more saturated. Who cares? But
would it be easier? Would it be easier for us like if they weren't that kind of opposition? Absolutely, but I kind of like it because it should be both.
I mean, what that is a free market. It's spontaneous order,
exactly,
and that's how things really should be.
Just come up here, Kyle.
But again, so I touched on it. It's like this is where Sam actually said this yesterday. Words are important, right? Language matters. There is a subtle but very important difference between argument and debate. I am all for people on one side of the thing having a belief and holding it and having a reason behind it and then articulating why. But there's a huge group of people that aren't doing that. Yeah. They're just yelling at people. There's no actual debate. It's just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're an idiot. That's not productive, and we have to move past it.
I think you just kind of have to ignore the noise at this point.
That's facts. But here's the thing. It's not about me ignoring it. It's the fact that by ignoring it, so actually I guess I disagree, because by simply ignoring it, it's still there. I'm not going to go argue with them. But I'm going to start talking about it more publicly with other people because we need to get past the like outside world seeing that as like the majority of the culture because it's a really loud part of the culture right now. And if we just ignore it, then a lot of people who are trying to get into Bitcoin, who are trying to learn about Bitcoin, see the culture of just a bunch of angry people yelling.
I like the best. Let me just say one more thing. I'm sorry, Phil. But like the last thing, though, is Kyle, is like exactly what Keon says. Just leave it on the field, man. That's why. Like, I hate having this topic on PBS because it's supposed to be a fun show. And right now, all we're doing is complaining and being negative about the space. And it's like, dude, if you want to, like, have that be the thing, then just go out and just start doing it and have fun. And have fun. You know what I mean? Like, it should be like that. Like,
no, like, definitely, the more attention that you give it, the more you're propping up the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. We're on the same page, co-host. That's why I just ignore it and then just go do whatever the fuck I want because I'm a Bitcoiner. If you don't like it, then work harder than I do.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, having a discussion about the fact that people arguing over Bitcoin is a waste of time.
Exactly.
Itself a waste of time.
Exactly.
Bitcoin doesn't give a fuck about your argument.
Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't give a shit. Exactly. And that's where, yeah. Let them talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's just going to take time for the best culture to emerge. And I think what Kyle's doing is part of fighting for a better culture. So, you know, it's also not useless for him to do that. Like,
sure.
With Kyle going on,
he could do whatever he wants. He's a Bitcoiner, yeah.
Getting that message out, like, it's going to help. It's a fight that somebody has to take. So, I wholeheartedly encourage you to do that. Yeah.
There you go.
So tomorrow, hackathon.
Yeah. Sats by hackathon.
I believe I will be judging on Sunday along with Kyle, along with
You're judging?
Keon, and who's our fourth? Matt Snow, Kyle Murphy, Nathaniel Kitsky, and who did I miss? Keon. Yeah, so those are the four judges. I'm going to be showing a small project tomorrow morning, which is kind of like an infrastructure level tool that the hackers can make use of if they need it. It's a very simple API that allows you to get notifications for transactions. So you register an address in a webhook. As soon as the mempool sees a transaction involving that address, you get a payload delivered to you a webhook. So that's going to be a little service that I offer for the hackathon, and we'll see if that project continues afterwards.
Boss, dude.
What's up? It's called Block Hooks. The website's not
Hooks?
up yet. It'll
Is it
be
just
up
you
tonight.
that's building it by yourself, or are you going to have other people that you're going to find?
No, I've been doing this like a little 2-week hackathon to myself, getting this little thing ready.
Okay, cool.
It's also something I think Zaprite might make use of. So we'll see where it goes.
Zaprite?
Mhm.
I love Zaprite.
There's a couple of companies that we know of that might be taking advantage of Block.
Dustin,
can
Dustin, do you want to come up and talk about? Are you doing the hackathon tomorrow?
Yes.
He's like, ish, yes.
Hey, real quick for
sorry,
any
Nick.
layman's watching, like myself, explain like what this is actually doing, why someone should care, because it sounds like do this task, you're gonna get paid.
Yeah. So
Good
you want me to explain what Block Hooks is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think payload was a word that you missed.
Yeah, let me break it down. So
Misnomer.
a lot of Bitcoin projects have a very rudimentary need to get information from the mempool. For example, if you are on a open node invoice page, right? You got that QR code. You scan that QR code, or is that? Sorry, I should use Zaprite. Yeah, of course. So you're on a Zaprite invoice page. You see that beautiful QR code. You scan it with your phone, right? You send a payment on your phone, and at some point within the next 5 to 10 seconds, the web page you're looking at transitions from that QR code to saying, thank you, success, your payment is received. How does that happen? Because your phone's not communicating directly to the website, right? You're just sending some Bitcoin transaction into the peer-to-peer network. So all the nodes are picking it up in their mempool. And eventually, that website gets a notification. Well, some mempool out there is pinging the back end of that website, telling it, hey, I just saw a transaction for that address that you posted on your invoice page. Here are the details. The app does some little logic. It says, okay, it's fully paid. I can change the front end, and if it's connected by WebSockets, it can happen instantly. Cool. So what Blockhooks is just a server that you can tell, hey, watch this address and call this payload. Sorry, call this webhook when you notice a transaction.
So it's the server feeding the mempool data to the webhook.
Exactly. So my server will be like, thank you. I've taken your address and your webhook. I'm registered.
Yeah.
They're registered on my back end. I'm watching the mempool for you. Boom. As soon as I see that address has a transaction, I call your webhook.
And this is just like a normal thing that happens in the world, whether it be like a Google server for this and that, but there's nothing like that just for Bitcoin.
There are, but there's nothing that is dead simple and easy to use. And that's what I was striving to make. Literally sign up with your email, log in, start using it.
What currently company like sucks at doing that, and what made you mad and give you the incentive to fix it?
Good question. Oh, yeah. Block Native. There you go. That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah, so Block Native is a shitcoin company that does this for Bitcoin and Ethereum and a few others, I think. And so their UI sucks. It's just not smooth. So I was just striving to make something a little bit better, Bitcoin only. And yeah.
Boss, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, Nate.
It's really important to like understanding techie things like this. At the end of the day, it's like entrepreneurship, and so you identify a problem, you provide the solution. And so anyone that's like new coming into this and really learning anything in general, and well, especially with like new tech innovations, like it all boils down to like what is the entrepreneur's job? Identify the problem, provide the solution, and that was a very beautiful breakdown of that.
Awesome. How was your week, by the way? Anything else going on in your life you want to share?
Yeah, I'm getting a visa to stay in the U.S. It's not 100% yet, so
Dude,
let's
how close is it?
let's not clap. The petition has been filed, which means 2 weeks.
I've been praying for you every day.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I'll take that. One clap,
Yeah.
and then we'll have many claps when it comes back as approved.
It will,
So-
brother. It will.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
think it's a good petition. It looks clean and everything, so yeah, I'm really hoping on that.
It's a golf clap.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it comes back as a denial, well, I'll be in Mexico within a couple of weeks after that. So we'll see.
No, everything will be fine. Just leave it in God's hands.
That's something I go to bed at night just thinking that I may have to flee to Mexico for a while, just in case it happens, so I don't get caught by surprise.
So I can share something. Like in the early days, I used to be very worried about like how we were gonna keep going, like how money was gonna come in, all this stuff. And people don't know this, but like 2 weeks before I got the job with Marty at TFTC, I was literally gonna go back to work at FedEx because I didn't want to go back to my Fiat job, like at all. I just wanted to do like grunt work, and I was gonna be part time, and I was gonna work at Pleb Lab part time, and then left it in God's hands. Would pray every day for like God to help me, and like literally, and John, you know this, like literally the same day I had applied, I had to go do the drug test for FedEx. Like, remember that? Yeah, he remembers. And like then Marty like sent me the things like, let's go.
Same day.
Yeah, it was like the same day, the day afterwards. It was like that close. So I would just say like when the world looks like it's shutting all the doors around you, just leave it in God's hands, because I just prayed every single night for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow that. That's what I
Yeah.
do every day.
Phil?
I'm glad you share that. And I've never been super spiritual, but I kind of grew up around it. And we're not trying to be like televangelists here on PBS.
What's a televangelist again?
It's like a fucking, you're a priest on TV
Oh, I didn't know that.
being dogmatic about God and stuff.
Interesting.
But that's not the case here. But, you know, everyone has their struggles and
yeah.
shit they're trying to figure out. And so it's always a good reminder to wake up and actually realize who actually is in charge, and to just kind of say the cliche, let go, let God, or whatever you might believe in. But
Jesus, take the wheel. That's how
no,
you say it.
Exactly.
It's a
exactly.
joke, but like, yeah, it's really true.
But like as humans, as mortal beings, we try to control so much that we just don't have control over. And Card just getting to know you more, and just kind of, you know, having that low time preference mentality, and just let things like play out. And, you know, you can only control so much. Just take care of your shit and responsibilities and stuff. But there's so much entropy. We like that word in Bitcoin, right? There's just so much entropy that we don't have control of. And just having that reminder as a wake-up call, whatever metaphysical entity that, you know, you believe in or don't believe in, you just kind of, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, I firmly believe like we are the flood. Like, I firmly believe that.
We are the remnant.
We're the Bitcoiners are the flood that's gonna save this world. I believe that. I don't think God put us in a situation where we can't fight back in some way. And I think Bitcoin was that gift somebody gave us.
I firmly believe that.
And I think it's gonna clean the world up. And I think that's how we get to, you know, everything else. But that's what I firmly believe. There's no doubt in my mind anymore.
People joke, Bitcoiners and people on the outside, that, oh, they treat it like it's a religion. Well, it kind of is, and God works in mysterious ways. And whether it's the printing press or fire or like whatever innovation he works through.
Yeah, Svetsky talks about
he created man.
Svetsky talks about it all the time. Where was it Svetsky or was it,
it was Svetsky.
Francis that said like it was
Svetsky.
It was fire.
Fire, Bitcoin teleportation.
Yeah. I firmly believe that.
He works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's an engine of truth in a world with only lies. We are drowning in lies every day, all the time, at every level of every institution, from the bottom all the way to the top. And Bitcoin is a sly roundabout way by which we fix the base layer of our society, the way that we all communicate and trade with each other. And that can only have positive ramifications. The other night at the Galaxy meetup, Jeff Booth was there, and he said something that was super interesting. He was like,
"Oh, he made it there? Man,
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed that."
I was leaving, and
This close mind.
I'm like shaking everybody's hand to leave, and then John was like, "Yo, say bye to Jeff," and I'm like, Jeff Booth, oh shit,
Man, I would
Jeff
have
Booth
loved
is
to
here.
meet him. Damn.
a fellow Canadian. So
Sign
then
my
I was
book.
like, okay, I'm staying. So I ended up staying for like another hour just to chat with him.
It's pretty cool.
What a great guy. I mean, what he was saying was super fascinating, and I'm not going to do it justice, but he's like, Bitcoin introduces a system that we would not vote for because it alters things so fundamentally that people can't see the benefit that it brings. So people would never vote for a Bitcoin system. It's going to have to like just be built and change things from the outside in, essentially.
Interesting.
Right? Like Buckminster Fuller's quote, you don't change a system from within, you build something that obsoletes it from outside, and everybody flows into it. And, you know, you listen to a guy like Jeff Booth talking, you're like, oh my gosh, I mean, most people who you think are smart tell you that Jeff Booth's book, The Price of Tomorrow, is the best book they ever read. And then you listen to Jeff Booth talk and you're like struggling to follow all the, you know, the logic and all the arguments that the ideas that he's presenting to you. And then he says stuff like, and none of us are prepared for how fast it's going to transition. The elbow curve can catch all of us off guard.
Do you think that's happening now?
I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's potentially around the corner. Right? Nobody knows.
It's kind of hard
not a
to see
matter
that.
of
Like, look where we're at. Like, we're literally outside. They're celebrating what they're celebrating, right? And no one knows that, you know, what's going on in the entire world. Like, they're all just media hypnotized by the mainstream, and it's just like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm. Sometimes I think about that article. I forget who wrote it. Was it Newt Swanholm? It's like, you are not prepared. Was it him? Or was that someone else? Anyways, doesn't really matter. It's all about how no matter how hardcore of a Bitcoiner you are, you may not be prepared for how this plays out, like how this transition occurs. If you think about just mass adoption of anything, half of the masses, half of people get in after it's too late. And in most cases, who cares? It's technology. It's your TV. It's your phone. It's your computer. You know, they lose out by not being early adopters only slightly. With Bitcoin, you transition late. If you're in the last half of the transitionary phase, you lose like value, right? All the wealth that you've accrued in your life, you lose. If we buy the thesis that $400 trillion is the addressable market in the long run, but it goes without saying that once the cascade begins and the floodgates open, things get going, how fast will everybody be moving?
I think you're right. I do see a day or even like a week where Bitcoin just goes up, like it just goes parabolic. I envision that's how it's going to play out. Like, we're going to be at some price, and then it's just going to go parabolic, and it's going to be everybody moving in at the same time to secure their wealth.
With Bitcoin around, like, you know, mid-30s, 40.
Do you want to come up,
We're seeing,
or hand him over the mic so you can say it from right there?
what we're seeing
I like
But-
how long this cord is.
Yeah, it's really long.
Well, just before that,
It's really long.
I don't think it would necessarily be a floodgate, right? Because like Guy Swan talks about this, how, you know, your grandma didn't know that on her landline it's really just connected to the internet. And if we think of Bitcoin as the internet, it's just kind of like people are going to be using Bitcoin all the time and they won't even know it. Like, I don't think that there's like this end of the road like FOMO, everybody just like, oh my God, you need to do it kind of thing. But John, you talk.
John.
I feel like this is way too big of a wind-up for something that isn't really that big of a point. But I was just going to say, look at what's happening now when Bitcoin's at like mid-30s, 40K. We're seeing days where it just jumps up like $3,000, like in a matter of an hour or two. And if you, like, you know, extrapolate that out to as Bitcoin starts to rise, yeah, like you said, we're going to see these like massive, massive jumps.
Is that what you were going to
Did
say?
you get that? Did you get
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, so that was it. That wasn't like anything too crazy special, but there you go.
Thank you. John, golf cap. I can't do that.
That's not a golf clap.
You can't.
No, he was doing jazz hands, yeah.
Hold this for a second. Check this out. This is my secret talent.
Boss. We should record
Are
that.
you-
Not that impressive.
Are
That's
you
a song.
Are you snapping?
Everybody's ears just shot. Sorry, Logan.
Are you
fine.
snapping two fingers on each hand when you do that?
Yeah, no, just one finger per hand. I can just do it really fast.
Oh,
That's gonna be the new intro
Like
to
this?
the show. Just like repeated, like with some like.
It's like when you double jump
That's
when you're
cool.
doing jump rope.
I'm a drummer.
I'm.
oh, did
You
you
are?
really drum?
What? You didn't tell me?
Are you drumming?
No, he plays
No.
guitar.
Oh.
I need a band.
Oh, sweet.
Fucking.
If I get my visa and I get a place, I'll buy a drum kit and then we can jam.
Have you talked to?
This changes everything.
No,
Sam's drumming
yeah,
too.
I hang out with him all the time. But
Sam
Sam's
who?
drumming too. Did you not tell him that?
Started drumming.
Sam who?
Like he's renting out like rooms and going drumming and taking lessons.
Sweet.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, you should give him some tips.
awesome.
Go and jam together.
I want to go play.
But
bass
you're
with
my
you guys.
drummer. That doesn't change.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a day. Logan, you got anything on your mind?
No, Dustin's
No.
here. No, wait.
Dustin,
Can we have Dustin come
you
up?
got anything? You want to say anything?
I've wanted him up for
Thanks for
like
having
2
me on car.
Thank you, sir. I'll see you at the after party.
See you guys
Maybe.
later. Cheers.
We'll see.
Yep.
You can come sit right
He's
there.
leaving.
If you want to. We don't want to force you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dustin.
Detamir.
No.
What's your last name? Who are you?
I want to know what
Demon now.
shampoo you
I'm
use,
sick.
first off. First question.
First question, I'm ready.
Shampoo? Is that a docs question?
Yeah, I can't dox my shampoo or no shampoo. It's currently a secret.
I need to do that Nate thing. I can go.
No, I was just thinking that, like, there's this idea, will Bitcoin take off immediately and skyrocket all at once, or it'll be over time? And I think this reminds me of the cycle theory thing, which everybody was really into last year until cycle theory was just, like, proven wrong.
What's cycle theory again?
Every
Trying
4 years is going to go up, a
that's
bunch
right.
and then come back
That's right.
down.
So now what are we thinking
They
now?
weren't wrong. It just didn't go up as much as they wanted to.
Well, have you heard from that guy who did
Plan B?
Was that him?
Yeah, it's Plan B. He still has, 10 million followers or some stupid number on Twitter.
Am I following him? Let me check.
Yeah, but did anybody take into effect like COVID and Russia-Ukraine war?
No.
Well, the Plan B was just supposed to be supply based. It's just the supply constraints. But I think that with Plan B kind of thoroughly discredited, in Plan B's own words, as you said on podcasts, if this happens, it's discredited. That's happened now. We might be in just a consistent, slow growth thing for everything. And I think if that happens, it's kind of maybe better. Because I think when we get these big upswings, we get a lot of follow-on investors. They're just trying to make a return in a month,
I'm
6
not
months at
following
most. Oh, okay.
not
All right.
following.
One of the few.
You don't need to.
No, but I literally wasn't following. I'm glad.
So, I mean, to me, I see the evidence increasing that we're not having a parabolic runoff. We're going to have just as people learn about it, they're going to be buying into it more and more.
Think
And-
so?
Yeah, and the mining inflation is less and less and less. So, the mining cycle should matter less and less, given
I don't
that.
like when people call it inflation, it's issuance.
Issuance, sure.
I don't. You can call it whatever you want. I've kind of termed it disinflationary. It's inflationary for a set number of years, but we know that inflationary nature, and it's disinflating as the inflation's happening. We're inflating new supply.
Now you're getting into John Carvalho's whole tweets and getting into that.
Dude, it's not even inflation isn't even a thing. We know that there's 21 million. It's just being issued at a certain time.
Right, that's fair.
The
There's a lot of ways
issuance
to
is
look at it.
the issuance is the inflation is in the issuance, not Bitcoin.
Yeah, but it's not
So
inflation.
when John Carvalho makes a statement like Bitcoin is inflationary.
I think the correct
I
word
don't-
is.
we can't hear you, John. Do you want to say that on the record?
Hold on. No. Inflation.
Is that
Fuck,
your phone?
fuck my phone. Inflation is an increase in the money supply. There is not an increase in 21 million or 21 under 20 point whatever. There's not going to be an increase in that supply. It will be issued in a 4-year period.
I'm looking
Inflation
I'm looking at
is
Dustin, he's
irrelevant.
I want to
It-
say something.
Bucks inflation, it is disinflationary in that it doesn't allow for inflation to occur, but in the actual mechanics of it being issued, there is no inflation. Sorry, autism moment. Take it away, Dustin.
Yeah, I guess I used the word inflation, was my fault. But that word has 5 different definitions, and most people don't realize that. And most people know one of those definitions, end up talking past each other.
Do you mean in the
Because of
money
that.
supply or inflation in prices?
Yeah, I guess the base monetary supply inflation would be the full name of what I'm trying to describe. So that the equivalent of the U.S. dollar would be M2 supply growth, which has been 20% per year for a little while
None
now.
of us here are Bob Murphy, so let's move on.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
prices going up is not inflation. That's just a cause of inflation.
Yeah.
Which is the growth of the underlying money.
When Bitcoin's done inflating, can we twist it into a dog shape?
I love that.
I just got it.
But jumping back to the toxicity and the nice people, there was a time when there were a lot of nice people that were helping plebs coming into Bitcoin. Like on Clubhouse, you heard it like every day for months on end.
Okay.
And there'd be like noobs that would come in and ask like noob questions and get their hands held and like had a very like pleasant, positive experience. And that's kind of died off. You know, I think Twitter Spaces never had that.
No.
Yeah.
They try.
And I think kind of what happened is a lot of those people that were awesome with that just got tired of doing it. Just got overtaxed. And
So annoying.
Yeah. I don't.
The difference
Yeah.
between the two platforms as well.
I really don't believe.
Clubhouse, there was a lot more noobs on Clubhouse, and they would just fall into these rooms, and Bitcoiners would be there, and be certain type of Bitcoiner that would hold their hand and guide them. Whereas, like, Bitcoin Twitter is just like full of hardcore Bitcoiners, and all they do is argue with each other. Whereas Clubhouse had that more like bigger newbie base of users, where you would have a different type of community.
we don't have enough mics here. Sorry for taking your mic. This guy disagree. To me, Spaces feels like a lot of Bitcoin noobs. Like we've been here a year or something, and we're like we think we're like the only ones that exist or something. It's the vibe I get. You know, maybe it's just a vibe. It could be wrong.
No,
Yeah.
That's a fair point. You could be totally right. Because I don't actually like use Twitter Spaces at all. I actually have I barely even use Twitter. Like
John
Twitter is my only social media account that I have, and I only have it because of Zaprite. And I don't use Twitter all that often, and I'm trying to use it even less and less and less. So I've even stopped listening to podcasts, and I just don't have time for that anymore.
Hey, why are you listening?
I'm not saying that's like good or bad. I'm just saying that is the way it is.
No, that means you're adding value into the world by building a fucking company and not having time for this bullshit. Except this bullshit.
I do think.
Not all of it's bullshit. There's some good stuff. I know.
No, I know. I'm not
Spaces.
blanket statementing.
I just don't know how every time I do open Twitter, all I see is like the same little icon at the top, like with the same people in Twitter Spaces, like constantly, and I'm just like, what the fuck do these people do all day? Like that's what I don't understand. It's like.
Hey, I multitask, okay? When I'm at my fiat job, when I'm cold calling and stuff, and hey, I'm gonna like kill some time. I'm in Spaces.
I'll say one thing, just my opinion. I don't think Twitter Spaces works to onboard noobs. Sorry, Phil. I think you actually have
Are
to.
you calling
do
me
it
a
through.
noob?
No, I'm talking about noobs.
I wasn't arguing that it does.
Oh, okay,
If you have
cool.
like moderated ones that are set up like specifically for newbies, like what Log Scale does, like yeah.
I don't think that
still
works either.
exists
I think you have to go out there in the real world and actually shake hands and kiss babies and do it through a meetup or a club. I think that's how you onboard noobs. We've done it, so it's like it's proof of work, man. It's not like I feel like Twitter Spaces is like proof of stake.
Oh, did you like that one?
I got one more thing I want to bring up. Dustin, do you have anything else you want to share?
I mean, that's pretty much, I pretty much agree with what you just said. I think Clubhouse is a little bit better because you can have more people on stage. So you can have like a queue of people asking questions that works pretty well. And I've seen that in the past, but it's kind of died off. I just wish there was a place where like there's a collection of people that have found out about Bitcoin that want to learn more about it. And where do they go?
Hope.com.
Hope.com. Yeah. I mean, well, on Clubhouse in the past, there was an interactive space. It wasn't like a physical meetup, but it was close. And that they could go there, and it was like a warm community, would answer the same questions a million times, but it was like a very welcoming place. And that doesn't exist anymore. And I wish it did
and
again.
that's why it's so important to have community, so that way you can keep having them come back. You can build those relationships, and then you steer them on the right path. This is why Twitter Spaces doesn't work.
We also need to remember there's a pandemic and people were quarantined and they couldn't have social interaction in some states.
If you want to believe the state and what they tell you, then go right ahead.
They fucking hate you.
I got one thing I want to bring up before we take off. There's an Austin resolution that's going on. It's at Remy did a great write-up on Thriller Bitcoin. You should read it. It's called The Battle of the Resolutions. Austin Eyes a Bitcoin Standard. There's two resolutions, just a real quick recap. There's one that is pro-Bitcoin, and then there's one that's anti-Bitcoin.
Shitcoin.
It's shitcoin.
Oh.
It's Web3. It's literally stacks. So there's two resolutions. Let me finish, Kyle. There's two resolutions. Go read it. It's on Thriller Bitcoin. Remy wrote it up last night in a frenzy. He fixed it up this morning. They dropped some major news where they're having a press conference right before South by. We updated it as it went, and support your local pleb newspaper.
Where can they find that?
We're covering everything Austin Bitcoin at thrillerbitcoin.com. Remy is on top of it. and we're just fucking doing what we can for the plebs.
So which one is the right bill? Which one is the shit?
The one that Mayor Adler is proposing is the wrong bill. He's backed by Stacks. He's
Fuck.
backed by Capital Factory. He's backed by all these people.
So Stacks is acting as a lobby think tank.
Let me finish, Phil. And then the other one is Mackenzie Kelly. She's the one that's pro Bitcoin. She has a resolution that's there. I would say go to read the article on Thriller Bitcoin, and then on March 24th they're gonna decide which one they go with. And then also, real quick, let me finish, John. Real quick, one more thing. You can comment inside there. There's links to it all, and we just hope it gets out there. That's probably why that lady reached out to me. She probably wants to talk about this.
Can we get Mackenzie on next week if she's available to talk about this?
We can try.
I think we should.
Are there any like physical hearings for these things that just citizens can go to?
It's all in the article.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. Support your local pleb newspaper. We're covering everything Bitcoin here in town. It's a big thing. So like the most important thing, I was really upset when I found out Mayor Adler is being backed by Stacks. It really upset me because it's like
Fiat money.
there's
talks.
something there that could be going on behind the scenes, because I've been approached by Stacks. Kyle has been approached by Stacks, and they usually approach us trying to offer us money, and we tell them to. So I don't know what's going on up there at the city council thing, but if Mayor Adler is backing a resolution by Stacks, it's not good for the city.
No, it's not.
And that's where I'm going to die on that fucking hill.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wait, where can you find us?
I don't know. Where can you find us?
Where can people find you, Car?
Yeah, just find me here at Pleb Lab. Just find me at Pleb Lab or TFTC. We're doing really cool stuff over there. Marty's killing it. We got the new design set up there. It's gonna be amazing. Pleb Lab is doing amazing stuff. I'm helping that here with Kyle. Like, it's gonna be amazing. The hackathon this weekend, and then Thriller Bitcoin. I help Remy with that. So it's just like I'm 24/7, bro.
24/7. Working for Bitcoin. Dustin, what about you? Thanks for being on here for like 5 minutes.
What about me? What do you want to know? My shampoo? I already told you I can't tell you.
Yeah, I really want to know.
Yeah,
the
it's a
shampoo.
secret.
It's okay. We can do it off camera.
Actually, no, I did steal some fancy shampoo from the hotel that I was at recently, and I think I like it.
Charge you for it?
Not yet. We'll find out.
Can we show BitcoinSupport.com?
Yeah, we sure can.
BitcoinSupport.com.
So Bull Bitcoin is doing a Bitcoin support. Actually, we need to show the other thing. Yeah, but Nate's a friend. Nate's a friend, and then Bitcoin support. Bitcoin support is an amazing thing that I know John helped out with. Nate worked out with. You guys put a lot of work into it, and it looks fucking
hand
amazing.
this to Logan. He wants to say a word.
Logan? BitcoinSupport.com.
Yeah, just come and watch the show live, and then you can shill whatever you want.
There you go. There you go. That is true too. Phil, you want to do your?
Yeah, I'm Phil Gibson, and you can find me at Mr. Sue, MRPSEU. Yeah. Why are you touching
I'm
me?
like saying this is the man right here.
We only acted like we were gay earlier.
Whoa.
I mean,
No, I just held your hand.
We can talk later.
I just held your hand, Phil.
I'm on
Through
a
the
whole
lobby.
Oh shit!
That was
Howard doesn't
it.
like me singing. Sorry.
That was it.
And yeah, I have a podcast, as I mentioned, A Boy Named Sue, PSEU. You can find it everywhere else. My pinned tweet is a Bitcoin music video I wrote about End the Fed. I had a mug about it. And yeah, if you don't live in the mecca of Bitcoin, which is Austin, Texas, or Texas, the greatest country on the planet, you're doing it wrong. So,
Should they come move here, or what are you thinking?
Is that a question?
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you later, Kyle
Pretty much
Murphy.
done.
But yeah, plebs, thanks for tuning into PBS. We're gonna go party now, like it's 19 what? 19 what?
I was 5.
Okay, we're gonna go party. See you later. See you next time. Like 2009. That works. Bye.